Welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program. I'm Kendra Cook. Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest TV Translator Association. If you have a news topic or event that you would like to see covered, give us a call. The studio number is 970-677-4119. Today's show runs Wednesday at noon and is uploaded to our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page to watch on demand. Today is July 18th, 2018. And now, the News at Noon. From the Telluride Daily Planet News, Telluride News Photos. Now in its second week, on Monday, the search for Tim Cannon has, if anything, intensified, even as time unspools from the morning he was last seen up to today. Since he left his home the morning of July 8th, telling his wife Amy he would be in the Iron Mountain area, and upon his wife's call to dispatch early Monday morning when he didn't return, an exhaustive search was mounted by San Miguel County Search and Rescue, sheriff's deputies, and countless volunteers who refused to give up hope that Cannon, age 55, can be found. On Thursday, after the fourth day of what San Miguel County Sheriff's Office officials called, quote, an aggressive search for the missing man, the search was suspended. Community members, organized by family friend Sky Gina, never missed a beat, and with maps, plans, a phalanx of volunteers, and enough donated food to feed an army, persevered and continued to comb the dense forest that leads up to the rocky flanks of Iron Mountain. They've been at it every day since Friday. On Saturday, a water bottle was found that was determined by Cannon's wife to have been in Cannon's possession when he set out. That was the, quote, credible evidence that Sheriff Bill Masters said he would need to bring search and rescue teams back in the field. Based on the location of the found water bottle, about 25 feet deep above the Deep Creek Trail, the command center was moved from Last Dollar Road to a new location at the western terminus of Serapio Drive, high in the Aldasoro Ranch subdivision. Searchers have since focused on the Deep Creek and Rameen Creek drainages and surrounding areas. On Sunday, another possible clue emerged when a headlamp was discovered below the Deep Creek Trail, further up Rameen Creek. On Monday, under the stolid gaze of Iron Mountain, elevation 12,525 feet, Guinea and other volunteers were busy receiving a steady stream of food donations that were crowded on long tables set up under shade tents. Guinea greeted donors, encouraged hikers, and fielded calls from search teams, leaders, and the media. Those, the water bottle and the headlamp, are the best clues we've had, she said. She reported that on Monday there were 56 volunteers, 6 search and rescue team leaders, and search dogs handled by Telluride ski patroller Gary Richard. Guinea expressed optimism even as the search enters the second week. The longer we keep people out there, the more feet on the ground, the more we're likely to find evidence, she said. They're looking for anything, a shoelace, a backpack strap, torn fibers. Those are the things that will give us the next line as to where he is. Search and Rescue member John Tuckman described what searchers face in the dense forest that sprawls around Iron Mountain. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack, he said. It's big terrain, thick woods, lots of deadfall, lots of underbrush, and slippery footing. Some hikers check in with Guinea when they have to leave, and while others, now refreshed, reapply sunscreen, top off water bottles, and head back into the woods with a search and rescue leader. Guinea said that private landowners in the Aldasoro subdivision have been gracious and accommodating by allowing the search teams to access the forest from their private property. She further praised the sheriff's office and search and rescue. They've been totally open in sharing information and supportive, she said. A Facebook page, Bring Tim Home, has been established as an informational center for the volunteer aspect of the search effort. From the BLM, photos gjhikes.com. The Bureau of Land Management Tres Rios field office is seeking public comment on an environmental assessment that considers expanding parking areas at the Sand Canyon and Rock Creek trailheads to improve access to Canyons of the Ancients National Monument. These areas are directly west of Cortez and are the most popular place to begin to explore the monument. Currently, over 30,000 visitors a year utilize the area for recreation, and parking has been ongoing as a dilemma. We appreciate the public's input as we consider ways to improve parking and enhance public safety in this area, said Marietta Eaton, Canyons of the Ancients National Monument Museum and Visitor Center manager. The South Sand Canyon Trailhead Parking Area Improvement Project analyzes the development of a larger parking area and trailhead to improve access to the existing trail network. Recreation on BLM-managed public lands in Colorado generated $591 million and supported 4,827 jobs in fiscal year 2016. The environmental assessment is available for review online at go.usa.gov. Comments should be postmarked by August 13, 2018, and can be submitted to the BLM Tres Rios field office at 29211 Highway 184 in Dolores, or by email to kfox blm.gov. Before including your address, phone number, email address, or other personal identifying information in your comment, you should be aware that your entire comment, including your personal identifying information, may be made publicly available at any time. While you can ask in the comment for them to withhold your personal identifying information from public review, they cannot guarantee that they will be able to do so, they said. Reporting in the Durango Herald, another hiker rescue situation. Rescue workers are attempting to extract a 47-year-old man who was injured Monday while hiking in the Weminuche Wilderness. The hiker apparently slipped and fell into a crack and possibly suffered a dislocated shoulder, said Ron Korkish with La Plata County Search and Rescue. The man fell into the creek Monday night and had to spend the night in the wilderness. Rescuers began their efforts about 7:41 p.m. Monday, and the rescue remained in progress as of Tuesday morning. The man hiked about 10 miles into the wilderness in the Roel Creek drainage near the north end of Vallecito Creek. They've got fresh rain, there's mud, it's slick, and it's pitch dark, so you just have to take your time so you don't injure a rescuer, Korkish said. San Juan County Search and Rescue is assisting in the rescue. The initial call came from the hiker's Spot device, which uses satellite and GPS to send an emergency notification to a dispatch center, Korkish said. Flight for Life was not immediately available on Monday because it was on another mission. It was not clear Tuesday morning if the hiker would be extracted by helicopter or on foot. Korkish declined to release the hiker's name at the time. Be careful in the forest and BLM lands. And now, let's take a look at the weather forecast. The national weather map from NOAA with Raytheon data is showing that pattern of thunderstorms stretching from the Dakotas down through the Central Plains into the south and across the southeastern U.S. and Florida, while another grouping of rain and thunderstorms remains over the Four Corners and back to the southwest. AccuWeather reports that humid and a rather wet weather pattern is forecast to evolve over the eastern third of the nation during the latter part of July. A large bubble of cooler and less humid air will settle southeastward from the upper Great Lakes to the mid-Atlantic and New England coasts through Thursday. The North American monsoon, which has brought localized but dangerous flash flooding to parts of the southwestern United States over the past week, will finally ease back into the upcoming weekend. A monsoon is a change in wind direction that can trigger long-duration rainfall or dry weather. The monsoon is well known in Southeast Asia, but it occurs in other parts of the world as well. In the case of the southwestern United States, this change in wind direction happens when breezes bring up moist air from Mexico that has originated from the Gulf of Mexico and the tropical Pacific Ocean. The circulation around an area of high pressure that has been centered over the southern plains has allowed winds to transport moisture from the Gulf of Mexico into the southwest. As a result, some locations have received over 300% of their normal July precipitation in the first half of the month alone. Let's take a look at what the regional forecast is saying for the Four Corners. The hazardous weather outlook is lessened to warning that a few thunderstorms will be possible in the southern mountains of Colorado and Utah on Wednesday. Gusty winds and heavy rain will be the primary threats. Isolated afternoon showers and thunderstorms will continue each day through the weekend, with the best chance for heavy rain on Saturday and Sunday. And the local DCTV 5-day outlook. Today, mostly sunny with a high near 91. East-southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming west-northwest in the afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 61. Northwest winds around 5 miles an hour, becoming east-northeast after midnight. Then Thursday, a 10% chance of showers and thunderstorms afternoon. Mostly sunny with a high near 93. Light and variable winds will become northwest 5 to 10 miles an hour in the afternoon. Then Thursday night, still a 10% chance of showers and thunderstorms before midnight. Mostly cloudy with a low around 61. North-northwest winds, again 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming southeast after midnight. Then Friday, it increases to a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms afternoon, partly sunny with a high near 90. Southeast winds around 5 miles an hour, becoming west in the afternoon. Friday night, still 20% chances of showers and thunderstorms before midnight. Mostly cloudy with a low around 62. And then Saturday, it continues with 20% chances of showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny with a high near 87. Saturday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly before midnight. Mostly cloudy with a low around 61. And Sunday, we still have a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms afternoon, partly sunny with a high near 87. Sunday night, partly cloudy with a low around 61. And then Monday, mostly sunny with a high near 89. Monday night, partly cloudy with a low around 60. And now, back to the news. DCTV News has learned that the town of Rico in Dolores County has been considering modifying their ordinances regarding the sale of marijuana within the town limits. From the May 11th Rico Town Memorandum from the town manager, Carrie DiStefano, prior to the first reading of an ordinance to allow the sale of marijuana within 300 feet of the Rico Elementary School, she writes, quote, Given the size of Rico's commercial district and the proximity to the school, I've asked Carol Viner, our attorney, to draft a resolution restricting the sale of marijuana to within 300 feet of a school rather than 1,000 feet. This year, Rico's elementary school system has been terminated, with the existing students being offered to attend a curriculum in Telluride starting this fall. Ms. DeStefano continues that, quote, this ordinance also includes licensing provisions for both retail sales and grow operations. Grow operations, however, would be required to demonstrate adequate water supply, which would likely be prohibitive within the town. Nevertheless, I did ask her to include it. That way, should it become an issue in the future, we won't need to revisit the ordinance, end quote. The first reading of the new marijuana-related ordinance was made at the May 16th meeting of the board. It was introduced, read, approved as introduced, and ordered published, read, approved, and adopted by final reading by the Town of Rico Board of Trustees June 20th, 2018, signed by Mayor Zach McManus and attested to by Linda Yellowman, Town Clerk. The next Rico Town Board meeting is today, Wednesday, July 18th at 7 p.m. The agenda topic on discussion is the Montezuma County resolution to assert an RS 2477 claim on certain roads and trails in the Rico area. For all the details on the governing business in Rico, visit their official website at ricocolorado.gov. An editorial note: the opinions of this report do not necessarily reflect the opinions of this station, its personnel, or this network affiliations. Photos courtesy Memphis Meat, Smith Journal Australia, and Four Paws Graphic. When you ask someone, what if they made meat in a petri dish? To do away with the cattle industry and all the surrounding supply chain, such as our alfalfa farmers, the response is gross. That will never happen. What are you talking about? But it sure is a thing. A report from CNN wrote recently, quote, the latest craze in the food industry, in vitro or clean meat, is produced by extracting stem cells from animals and then growing and multiplying those cells in a lab to create a piece of meat. The cells, quote, start to divide and start to form new muscle tissue. We let them proliferate until we have trillions of cells, explained Dr. Mark Post, CEO of Mosa Meats, one of the earliest creators of clean meat. The process of making a hamburger patty takes about 9 weeks. It's the same technology that's being utilized in the medical field to repair organs, said Dr. Uma Velletti, CEO of another clean meat manufacturer, Memphis Meats. At my own cardiology practice, I use stem cells in a clinical study to repair damaged heart muscle, he said. To achieve public acceptance, industry leaders agree in vitro meat must taste the same as, if not better than, conventional meat. Bruce Friedrich, co-author with Kathy Freston of Clean Protein, The Revolution That Will Reshape Your Body, has tried chicken and duck from Memphis Meats and concludes that these products both look and taste identical to traditional meat. And if you think this is just some crazy fringe types driving the market, think again. Bill Gates, Richard Branson, and others are investing $17 million in the in vitro meat company Memphis Meats, which produces laboratory-grown meat for meatballs and other products. And according to a Wall Street Journal article from August of 2017, Cargill, Inc., is betting you won't always need cattle to make hamburgers. The agricultural conglomerate has also invested in Memphis Meats, Inc., a startup developing technology to grow meat from self-reproducing animal cells. The stake marks the first investment by a traditional meat company in the nascent clean meat sector, where startups are creating products they say are better for the environment than meat derived from traditional feedlots and slaughterhouses. So this is actually happening, folks. Another writer, Paul Shapiro, author of Clean Meat, How Growing Meat Without Animals Will Revolutionize Dinner and the World, has tried clean meat versions of beef, duck, fish, foie gras, and chorizo and said they taste like meat because they are meat. The design to generate this clean meat obviously is not immediately accepted, especially by those whose livelihoods depend on the farming and ranching industries surrounding breed and slaughtered protein meat animals. But just because it's repulsive to one type of person doesn't negate that another person who is repulsed by the meat industry standards and operations might embrace this type of protein food source. Anyone seen the movie Soylent Green recently? We're not that far into the food source revolution, but with these big money backers jumping into the clean meat industry, we are sure to see a potential market demand being met, and no doubt for a profit, whether you like it or not. Editorial over. From the Journal, File Photos. A 3-year community effort to make the new McPhee Overlook Trail a reality has been recognized by the Coalition for Recreational Trails, a national outdoors federation. The 7-mile trail in Dolores was granted the Annual Achievement Award for its public-private partnership in fundraising and construction. Opened in 2016, the trail on the San Juan National Forest begins in Dolores and travels along Mesa Cliffs with panoramic views of McPhee Reservoir. The non-motorized trail is popular with hikers, mountain bikers, and horse riders, and it connects to the House Creek Campground and the 35-mile Boggy Draw Trail network. The sweet equity of volunteers, the cash match of our partner groups, and the sheer determination by all of you to complete this project resulted in this award, said Tom Rice, Recreation Planner for the San Juan National Forest. Congratulations and thank you for supporting such a great project, he said. The trail was built in cooperation with the San Juan National Forest, Town of Dolores, Southwest Conservation Corps, Southwest Colorado Cycling Association, Mesa Verde Backcountry Horsemen, Colorado Parks and Wildlife, Woods Canyon Archaeological Services, Great Outdoors Colorado, and dozens of volunteers. It was funded in part by a $105,000 Colorado State Trails Grant and a Great Outdoors Colorado Grant, or GOCO. The town of Dolores was critical in creating access by negotiating a trail easement with a private property owner through the first 3/4 miles before it reaches public lands. The town also secured a $25,000 GOCO grant to construct the first part of the trail that switchbacks up the mesa. Total project value came in at $445,000, with $182,000 of in-kind services and labor from a local trail advocates and professional services. Trail construction was technical in places. The beginning switchbacks required portable winch systems, known as grip hoists, to move large boulders. Massive retaining walls were built to support the switchbacks, and the trail was cut through a narrow sandstone canyon. Trail crews were boated across McPhee Reservoir to complete early segments in the middle of the alignment. A specialized Forest Service trail crew conducted blasting where the trail corridor needed to go through bedrock. In the nomination for the award by Conservation Legacy, officials noted that the trail promotes a healthy community, provides convenient access to public lands for Dolores residents, and boosts the recreation-based economy. From its very inception, the McPhee Overlook Trail has been a strong example of realizing the benefits of collaborative conservation work, according to the nomination. The trail now serves as successful testimony and template for a partnership-based approach to conservation project implementation. The Annual Achievement Award was presented to trail partners on June 5th in Washington, D.C. at a ceremony on Capitol Hill. And now for the Dolores County Sheriff's Roundup for the week of July 9th through the 15th. An officer removed debris from highway that was in the lane of traffic. A case of child abuse was reported to proper authorities in the appropriate county. A report of a young child driving a UTV in town without a helmet, no adult supervision, was reported and an officer investigated. A report of suspicious activity on a county road was taken and officers is investigating. A cow was reported to be in a cattle guard area. The owner was contacted and the cow was removed and placed back in the pasture with the other cows. And a black calf was reported out on County Road 6. Owner was contacted. That concludes today's roundup. Stay tuned for continued updates throughout the week. Today's High Canyon Country happenings. July 19th, it's the third Thursday in Cortez at the Montezuma Park, with Hurricane Jake's one-man band playing from 5 to 8 p.m. National award-winning Hurricane Jake and his one-man band will be burning a hole in the sun July 19th for Cortez Retail Enhancement Association's third Thursday's event. This is a get-together you don't want to miss. July 21st, third annual MCHS Alumni Scholarship Golf Tournament will be held, open to all golfers, not just MCHS alumni. This is the only fundraiser for the scholarship this year. Over the years, they have been giving $1,000 scholarships to 8 different MCHS graduates. Help them keep this scholarship going and have a great time in the process. It's $85 per person, which includes greens fees, cart, and breakfast. Sponsorship opportunities are available. It'll run from 8 a.m. to 12 noon at the Conquistador Golf Course in Cortez. And also July 21st, it's the next Colorado Concealed Carry class hosted by Equip 2, the number 2, Conceal Firearms Group. This concealed carry class fulfills the training requirements set forth in Section 18-12-203 of the Colorado State Firearms Statute to qualify for a Colorado Concealed Handgun Permit. Class eligibility is determined at the state level, and our class is state approved, they say. Therefore, all Colorado County Sheriffs will honor the course curriculum. Class length is 3 hours. It starts at 10 a.m. Pre-registration ticket or receipt must be brought in. Tickets online are available at equip, the number 2, conceal.com. Bring something to take notes with, a state-issued photo ID, but do not bring weapons or ammunition into the classroom. You do not need to own a gun to take this class. It'll be held at the Big R in Cortez. And all of these happenings are posted on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page, along with our YouTube channel on-demand replays, weather, notices, original stories, and local posts. To share your event or information with us, contact us by email dcbnnews@gmail.com or call the station 970-677-4119. Thank you for tuning in. News at Noon airs at noon, Monday through Thursday, and then is available on demand online on our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page. Please like us there and share it with a friend. This has been a production of DCTV for the new program out of Dove Creek, Colorado, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Thank you for watching.